Hello guys, welcome to your English coach, and today we will talk about some avoidable mistakes that students make in IELTS speaking, right? If you want to overcome these mistakes, watch this video till the end because I'm gonna help you with your IELTS speaking so you score high. Okay, let's start. Number one mistake that students make in IELTS speaking, especially in part 1, that is one-liner answer. Okay. When examiner asks you, for example, when examiners ask you, do you like reading books? Okay, so you would say, no sir, I don't like reading books. Or either you would say, yes sir, I like reading books. Okay, after that you do not add information to it. Okay, this is a mistake. Here what you have to do, try to extend your answer 2 to 3 lines. Okay, try to make, compound sentences, right? How would you do that? Okay. First of all, if I ask you, do you like reading books? So you would say, yes sir, I'm a huge fan of reading books. Mostly I love reading, self-help books to improve myself. I believe that reading books can improve my personality and life. Okay, this way you have answered. If you give one-liner answer, then the chance of scoring high decreases. So my simple advice is this, that do not give one-liner answer. Sometimes you do not have information, sometimes you do not have idea. So what you could do, for example, do you like mathematics? You would say, no sir, I don't like mathematics, because many students don't enjoy maths. So what you could say, well sir, I'm not a huge fan of mathematics. Yeah, I studied it up to 8th standard. After that I chose not to study maths. Okay, this way you can answer. Sometimes examiner asks us any question that we have not done, or we have not prepared, we have not been in a situation, right? For example, have you ever enjoyed a boat ride? Have you ever enjoyed a boat ride? What happens with the students in Haryana and Punjab? They have never been to such places where they could enjoy the boat ride. So simply you would say that, well sir, I have never enjoyed a boat ride. Yeah, once I visited to a museum park. There I enjoyed boat riding with my friends for 20 minutes only. Okay, this way you can answer in a structural way. Okay, so simple advice, do not give one-liner answer. Number 2 mistake, this is a big mistake that many students make. Even the students who score high, they make this mistake. I will tell you how. Using fancy words. I say use good words. I say use hi-fi vocabulary. But using fancy words or hi-fi vocabulary without knowing their meaning or without knowing how to use them appropriately is not good. It decreases your score. Okay, you have to differentiate between formal or informal words, and after that some words are in written form, some words are in spoken. So what you have to do, try to know which kinds of vocabulary is used in speaking and writing. Okay, do not use fancy words, I mean hi-fi vocabulary, without knowing how to use that appropriately. Okay, use specific words for specific topic. Okay, do not put any word anywhere. This decreases your score. Number 3 mistakes, crammed answer. It is the problem of 80% students. They prepare their speaking by cramming. Do not prepare your IELTS speaking by cramming. Try to prepare yourself in a natural way so you become natural and you can answer any kind of question in any situation. Okay, so avoid that. What happens with most of the students, if I tell you, if I ask you, tell me about aquatic animal or tell me something about a marine life. This is a new topic for many students. Even they don't know what is aquatic animal. Okay, so what you have to do, when you prepare for a known topic, try to Google the information, go on YouTube, read 1 or 2 articles. After that, translate that article in your first language and then translate that into English. Do this exercise. When you will do this exercise, the information that you will receive, that will come in your mind naturally, and you will be able to use that information in English in a natural style. Okay, but this is not a cramming. If you cram the answer, you are not able to speak fluently. Okay, fluency doesn't mean speaking fast. Fluency means you are able to understand the question and you can answer that appropriately. So do that, my dear friends. Do not give crammed answer. Okay, after that, people don't take care of their fluency. They think that speaking fast is fluency. As I have told you, okay, speaking English doesn't mean speaking too fast. You must be audible. You must be comprehensible to examiner. Examiner must understand what you saying. Okay, so, okay, if examiner is able to grasp you what you are saying, then things are good. But some students try to speak too fast. Examiner don't understand them. So what you have to do, you have to avoid this. Try to speak in a way that examiner understands you, and you have to judge whether examiner is getting you or not. Okay, do that. If you don't do that, whatever the level of your English, it will not benefit you anywhere if examiner doesn't understand you. Okay, avoid this mistake. Now we will talk about some of the solutions that you can take to improve your IELTS speaking. Try to prepare IELTS speaking in a structural way. Part 1, part 2, part 3. Take time to prepare your part 1 well. Okay, do not avoid part 1. Part 1 comes first, so prepare part 1 first, then part 2, then part 3. Try to gather the questions that are frequently asked in IELTS speaking part 1, part 2 and part 3. Okay, first of all, give time to part 1 questions. Why I say part 1 questions first? Because part 1 questions are 2 to 3 liners, and you will be able to answer them in a way that you are natural. If I ask you to give a speech on first day, you will not be able. And practice part 1 questions up to 5 to 7 days, regularly with your friends and with your teachers, or you can prepare yourself, without anybody's help. You can take YouTube's help, or you can take your mobile phone's help. Okay, how do you do that? Just ask a question. Do you work? So you would say, yes, I work. I work as an accountant in a local firm. This way, you ask question to yourself and you will answer question to yourself, right? This way you can prepare if nobody is there to help you. Okay, when you will practice part 1, you don't have to speak lengthy. Okay, and then your mind will shock the information and you will be able to use that information in part 2 and part 3. Okay, so try to prepare 200 questions at least of part 1. Now let's come to part 2. Okay, this is a speech. Still you have to do one thing, build a communication with your examiner in this speech. Okay, so do not think that is a one-way communication. It is two-way communication. Two people are involved in this communication, you and your examiner. So try to make examiner interested in your cue card. And then comes to discussion questions. In discussion questions, try to answer in a way that you are talking in a normal way. It is not interview. You are discussing on a topic in a natural way as we discuss in our classroom with our teachers, with our friends. Okay, but our language style is different. This is the only difference. So my dear friends, what you have to do not give short answer. Do not use fancy words without knowing them appropriately. Third, don't give crammed answer. And one thing I want to add here, do not underestimate the power of good grammar. If you underestimate the power of good grammar, this will kill your score. Prepare yourself grammatically well so you can use these fancy words in a proper way. I hope that this video has shown you a path that how you could prepare yourself for IELTS speaking and score high. Thank you so much. See you next time.